I like this side of the couch.
Oh.
I feel good right here.
Maybe that's your new side.
Watch out.
Watch out. We made it another week.
Another week.
Another week, another dollar. My gosh, this side of the couch is different. It's different energy.
We switched, yes. Megan's on the other side of the couch.
I'm like, let's switch it.
I know. I'm seeing your view now. It's great.
You're gonna be
this is cozy
extrovert for the day.
Oh, I'm the extrovert today. Great.
I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, and you're just gonna listen to me?
I'm just gonna listen. Oh no, I'm not actually gonna do that.
No, you're not, because I don't have anything to say.
I literally I don't know how to shut up either, so it's not gonna work out, Lily. It's just not. But welcome to the Tough Luck Podcast.
Welcome back.
I'm Megan.
And I am Lily. We never do that.
We did it at the first episode.
Should we do that? Like every episode?
We can.
Okay,
if you
we can.
Does it feel natural to say your name or introduce yourself?
Let's do it one more time.
Okay, I'm Megan.
And I'm Lily.
Welcome to the Tough Luck Podcast.
I love
it. Wow, what a great start. My gosh,
I love it. Okay.
Spring is in the air already.
Spring is, oh my goodness, our window is open today. The birds are chirping. It smells good outside.
Love
the
it.
moss is just like a bright, like vibrant green. Like you went on a walk yesterday too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was nature's awakening.
5-mile walk.
Damn.
It was insane.
With a dog.
And it was insane. It was so like
refreshing.
Vibrant.
Yeah. The green is so vibrant out there. Yeah.
I love it so much. Like it's just like been, I don't know, just a new life is coming to the world.
Absolutely.
And
the sun is out. Like it's the sun for real. But I was talking to a friend the other day and they were like, this is only our fake spring. Like, you know, we live in Ohio, like mid-February, we're gonna get hit with some nasty winter weather again.
Yeah. It's
like, let's be real. Let's be honest. This right here is fake spring.
This is not real.
Like, she's teasing us right now.
I don't know how, I'm like, I see there's blue skies, I see there's a little bit of, like, the life coming back, but guess what? They're gonna be wiped out. Like, all those birds that just came in from winter, they're just gonna be, like, shocked.
Yeah.
But then it will actually be spring after that.
After that.
So that's...
But we have to be realistic with ourselves. This is just a tease.
I know.
Just a tease.
This is just a freaking tease. It's okay.
So we're talking about art and music today, right?
Yeah.
That's like it. I didn't have any notes.
Well, that's perfect because it's like don't really need them.
We can talk about art and music all day. Like that's the best, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would just naturally get into, like, I think with you, your art comes from a place of this usually surge of emotion, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it just comes out of it's like you gave birth to it sometimes. Like, I kind of see it where it's like it just shows up.
Yeah, I told Megan the other day when I was showing her my newest art project, I was like, I feel like this just, like, came to me from the ethers and just, like, came out of my hands. And
where did you feel it, like, in your body? Did you feel it come from, like, which chakra would you say?
Definitely probably right here.
Your third eye?
Yeah, and a lot of my root chakra, I feel like, because a lot of my work is, like, nature-based and stuff, and honestly, I didn't really, like, think about what this art was bringing up for me while I was creating it until someone kind of asked, and they were like, well, like, how, like, is this art, like, healing you, like, and all kinds of things, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this art has incredibly healed me, and I realized, like, it was what we were going through in December and January. Like, I was genuinely livid, like, so angry, like, beyond angry. Like, my mentor, like, disappointed me and betrayed me, and I was, like, livid.
Yeah.
And making this art and making art that connects with nature, like, has healed me over and over again.
It's
Truly.
so, like, beautiful to
Yeah.
see that instead of holding any grudge or
Yeah.
holding that, like, insane
Yeah.
amount of, like, because it's painful when you are disappointed by someone you've trusted.
Someone you look up to,
Yeah.
someone who's supposed to keep you safe, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then it's like you wipe the slate. It feels like you have to restart almost, because
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well then what was all of this that, like, I built, like, I learned from you.
Right. I trusted you. I wanted your knowledge, you know?
Yeah.
And to just question all of that, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. I just dumped it into my art and it did me well.
It's insane, the stuff that comes from experiences and pain.
Yeah.
The amount of just having to birth this beautiful piece of art, but it came from, oftentimes people don't know where the artist brought it from, that experience that they went through. And when they essentially start all over, they scrap their life and begin again, they still have that stored energy. And so you don't have to be an artist to get it out. But
Right.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that too, because I do it a totally different way myself. I actually play music and I sing to get out energy. I find it funny that it is through my vocals that I feel like I have to, like, cry, but I also, like, listen to music and just release it. Like, I sing it and I release it in the shower, and I also sit in water too.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's lovely, because like I don't think I'm musically talented at all. And honestly,
you don't know.
I might be. But, like, I hum to myself sometimes, and I hum to my cats, just because, like, music is so healing too, and music is medicine. And I wish, like, I could transform my physical art that I make into, like, musical art. Like, I wish I could do that, and I wish I could have a really strong, confident voice, and I wish I could, make music that felt like it was a way of expressing myself, and that I would be proud of it, you know? Like, I feel like I can make art, I feel like I can dance to music, but I feel like I just can't make, like, I can appreciate the fuck out of music, but I can't make it.
Well, I'll tell you what, too. One of these days, we're just gonna have a chant fest, and you're gonna do, like, throat chakra work, because
beautiful.
It's just one of those things that I know that you probably have done chanting in the past.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I'll tell you, it is something else when you use that third chakra, and you just, like, you could do it in a sense of like singing lyrics, or sometimes humming, or sometimes you can just give, like, in a rhythm, and just, like, sometimes I get into this weird thing of I just start, like, finding my rhythm, and then I start singing, like, a tune that I made up on the spot, which is a bit, maybe I should really write this down someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just realizing, I'm like, that's art too?
That is literally art.
Oh my gosh, I should just record myself.
Yes,
okay.
You should.
Now I realize.
That's your art, Megan.
Yes.
And I'm so jealous.
Oh my gosh, no, don't be, because I'm jealous of you.
Oh,
like, gosh.
Isn't that so funny, though? Like, we can be so talented at one thing and so good at something, but, like, you know, crave something entirely different.
Yeah.
But I think it's also beautiful to, like, explore areas that we're not good at and we're not comfortable in. Like, I'm sitting here telling Megan that I can't make music right now, but there's a guitar across the room staring directly at me.
I was gonna say.
And this guitar stares at me every single day of my life and begs me to, like, touch it and stuff and make music. And sometimes I do. And just because I'm not good at it, and just because it doesn't come naturally to me, doesn't mean that we shouldn't, like, deprive ourselves of seeking something new and creative and exploring.
It's another avenue of healing that you could take, and
I know.
You have, yeah, I didn't even see your guitar there, but
yeah,
my gosh.
she's just hanging out.
My gosh, even if you just, like, started just playing it, don't even,
Right.
like, look up anything.
Right, exactly. That's what I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll just, like, fuck around and hum, and just because, you know, we're human, and we're alive, and it's good to be alive, and it's good to explore new things.
That's so lovely, just how you get to, you're okay with it, because a lot of people, I know for a while, I would see people who, they often are shy about even exploring the possibility because they've been put in this box, right? Like, oh, I'm the artist, or I'm the musical artist,
right, or I'm the dancer, or yeah.
And they're all so interconnected.
For sure, yeah.
That maybe, just maybe, you might be good at both, but you haven't ever, it's like and so the fact that you even own a guitar proves that you do have the interest in it.
Right.
And there is something there. Like, that's a seed that you have right here in your room. That's your little seed there sitting in the corner, and
just hoping and dreaming.
And when she stares back at you, she's saying, you could do this avenue. Yeah. This is something that you could get good at.
Don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me. I'm over here.
Like, hey, pick me up.
My gosh. You know what's funny is my husband, Kent, just recently bought a violin.
Really?
And he's going to start playing. He's never played once.
I can play violin. I played violin for 7 years.
What?
Did you not know that? That's so funny. I could totally teach.
What? You are musically talented.
I know. Look at me just exposing myself.
Like,
okay. I hated violin. I hated everything about it. And I have a violin. I could probably teach Kent, honestly, but I hated violin because, like, for 7 years I did classical music. And look at me, I'm not a classical music kind of girl.
No, but
I'm a rock.
More than that.
I know.
Violin. My gosh.
There is, and I was always, like, really inspired by, like, Lindsay Sterling, because she had, like, an electric violin and would just do some, like, badass shit. But I always told my dad, I was like, you should have given me a guitar. Like, I needed to rock and roll. I didn't need to play, like, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You know? Like, I was playing, like, waltzes. Like, I don't want to... But I could totally teach Ken.
Yeah.
It might help bring me back into music too if I'm, like, actively trying to help somebody else.
Oh my gosh,
you know?
Yes. It's teaching I remember learning this in education when I got my fun degree. Was that you learn, I think 50% or 60%. I don't quote me on this statistic, you guys. It's been a long time. But you learn 60% through doing, but then you learn, like, 90% through teaching.
Right.
Those aren't correct numbers.
Right.
But.
Well, yeah. Well, it makes sense because, like, if you're just learning it, like, of course you're going to, like, take in whatever information is given to you to whatever extent it resonates with you. But if you have to, like, teach it to someone, you have to, like, understand it and then be able to explain it, and like, teaching is definitely a lot harder. And thinking about violin is just some, like, tucked away part of my life that I haven't uncovered in a long time.
It's been 7 years on that instrument, and I didn't even know.
It's just collecting dust. Like, I don't touch that instrument at all.
Well, maybe you and Kent will have fun together.
Me and Ken are about to start a band. Does he have an electric violin or just, like, a classical?
He got a $50 one off of Amazon and just didn't even. But no, that
violin's gonna be terrible.
He returned it. He returned it. He's getting a big, like, a
real
one now.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And we got it out, and it was a mess. But
that's so cute. See, Ken's just like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna try and learn something new. Something that, because Ken is just as artistic as I am, I feel like, because he does, like, costume design and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, boom, there you go. An artist trying to explore a new avenue for art. It's beautiful.
I feel like it's even enhancing his other stuff, too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're all so different, but they're like different, but they're all the same in a different way. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is that when you explore other avenues, oftentimes it enhances the one that you're already good at. And I've seen that with, I've seen that with so many things. Like, I've seen it with when, I learned how to do education. I did the education route, and I became a yoga instructor, which helped with my communicating, which probably helps with this podcast. So it's a trickle-down effect. But also the music side, I've noticed that the music and often my yoga practices, they do really well align because you have to place music in a row for an hour sequence.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you kind of have to pick softer music. Like, you assemble playlists all the time. So you kind of have to, like, start off soft, and then it picks up, and then it ends softer, and so...
Yeah, like, if I'm teaching a restorative class, I can't have them fall asleep, like, during class, so I need to find music that's, like, somewhat interesting, but not... like rapping, like
I can't even, there's something that, like, even if you like the song, it may not work with the class. You have to just figure that part out. And music was definitely inspired, like, my physical art that I made, for sure. Like, I had headphones on all the time listening to this new album that I found, and I probably listened to this album like 20 times within making my art, just because music is such an escape for me, and I love it, and it's so inspiring. And like, I was even talking to someone who doesn't listen to music, or who doesn't, like, enjoy music, doesn't explore music, and I was, like, genuinely confused, like, how do you not have, like, one or two songs that just, like, touch your soul, you know? I'm shocked.
Like, that songs that genuinely just, like, make you want to get up and, like, dance, or songs that make you want to cry, or songs that make you want to, like, be alive or drive in a random direction and for who knows how long. Like,
I could take a guess that they're a little too in the Matrix.
Yeah,
like, maybe they just haven't. I really encourage anyone who
listen to music.
Like,
just listen.
Give it a shot.
There's so much out there too. Oh, that's the best part.
I have so much on my list.
Yeah, you wrote some of your favorite songs down.
I love this. Actually, I just went with albums, which I know that's not. Some of them are
better
songs, but so, like, this is gonna show my basic girl out here, but I really like Taylor Swift's Evermore and Folklore.
Oh, adorable.
I know, so fun. Hayley Williams, Petals for Armor. Girl, if you want to get into your feminine, this is your album. Like, you just go out there, listen to the entire thing all at once. You're gonna feel something, I promise you. Well, I have Paramore, After Laughter, and This Is Why. They're just, like, bangers. Like, After Laughter is just, like, more of a dancey situation. This Is Why is, like, more similar to their old stuff, where it's a little more rock and roll, but there's a twist to it. It's not just like their old stuff where everything was a headbanger and things like that. It's definitely a different feel to it. And I got the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I love that one.
Cute, yep, classic.
Abbey Road.
Classic.
And one of my favorite songs by Coldplay is Clocks, which I played in my final master class. So I created this, like, I don't know, there was no lyrics in the whole master class, sorry, I can explain that to you all. It's like the final, it's kind of like your final exam for yoga instructor.
For yoga teacher training,
Yeah. And I made everything just no lyrics, but then Clocks comes on. And I made that, like, the peak of my class. Like, I'm like, you guys are doing Warrior 3. It's like, it just is like, I don't know why, but that was so inspiring to me, because it's like, My dad plays this song like all the time in our
Yeah.
house. Like he would play it on piano.
Yeah,
And
that's
I loved
beautiful.
it. And it reminded me of like a simpler time in my life. So, yeah. So music is so impactful, and like
Yeah.
if you have a piano at home, just start messing around on it,
Or just hum, you know.
Or
Just
hum.
hum to yourself.
Just hum to yourself
Yeah.
and just get into your. Honestly, it's feminine and masculine. I was gonna say feminine, but I feel like it's also like you kind of have to have. I don't know. Masculine it's difficult to determine what a masculine side of something is, but
Yeah.
being in your masculine, I think, is like hard work, dedication, right? You could be dedicated to your music and also incorporate feminine traits to it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's how I feel about my art, you know?
Yeah.
My art is incredibly feminine, but I'm gonna be masculine as fuck about making it because I love to make it, like, I love it when the two sides can, like, come together and create something really beautiful. But I feel like in music you do see a lot that is super masculine and then a lot of music that is super feminine, and just like exploring those two different sides. Like some days when I want to feel really feminine, you know, I'm listening to like Lana Del Rey, or like I'm a big Fiona Apple fan, or just like, you know, just like beautiful women making beautiful music, right? And then other times, like, I just want to like rock and roll, and like I listen to a lot of like Jimi Hendrix and like Bob Dylan, and I'm trying to think about all these masculine artists. I mean, I've shared with Megan Tizo Touchdown last week when she came over. I was like, this is the album I've been listening to. And he's like this new like hip hop rapper artist, and I've been all over him, and he's super honestly, I would say this artist Tizo is kind of both masculine and feminine in a way. Like, I feel like the way he performs is really gives off kind of feminine energy, but his music is of course masculine, so that's kind of beautiful. I didn't really think about that. Do you remember that song we listened to last week?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
gosh.
We were dancing in here, like setting up.
It was so cute. Like I love how it wasn't cute. It
was like I gotta dance.
I gotta
like
move
that was
the
the
body.
vibe. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the album name right now.
Yeah, and
it's
I was gonna say
How Do You Sleep at Night with You by Tizo Touchdown is the album of my life at the moment. I told my friend the other day, I was like, I don't think there's a single skip in this album.
Oh, it's a non-skippable
But
album.
I like weird music, so that's also a thing. Like, I like really... Oh, I just spilled my tea all over my leg.
It's Mother Nature's crying. No.
We're done crying.
We're done crying.
We're done
For
crying.
real. I'm done crying.
We're done crying.
Yeah. I've done enough.
We're in our... What era are we in? We're in our bad bitch era.
I feel like Reputation era. If
Yeah.
I had to put it into Taylor Swift lingo, like...
For real.
Like, we're like, this is the Tough Luck podcast, right? So it's like, tough luck to all of you who doesn't approve. I guess, right? Like, it's like, well, we're just like, defining the odds, I guess.
Exactly. We're not crying no more because we got nothing to cry about. We're over it. We're strong and confident, and we got this. We're not people pleasing anymore.
Nope. That's over.
We're Lily and Megan.
We're Lily and Megan.
Me and Megan sat on this couch yesterday and like just talked with no like camera or anything set up, and it was so divine. Like, we were talking about that. Like, we never just like sit down and like hang out as friends. It feels like, well, I mean, this is us hanging out as friends, but like, you know, we're being recorded, so it was like nice to just like sit exactly how we are right now with a cup of tea in our hand and just like talk with no pressure or anything. And
it's weird because this side of the couch, like, I know I'm going back to this, but this side of the couch does not feel the same. Like, you're in the driver's seat.
Oh.
And I am not.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're my passenger princess.
I feel extra, I am on Lily's train.
This is
wherever
Lilyland.
Lilyland, which then again, I should probably get myself together, but it's fine. But no, I love it. I love that we can just be friends.
Yeah.
As well, and do
all of this other stuff.
All of this other stuff, because it's, I think, difficult for a lot of people to, like, we're kind of multi-category people in a way.
Right. Absolutely.
So we have lots of people in our lives who serve us as, I feel like, friends and coworkers, friends and I guess it's going back to the duality thing, but friends and, well, for Kent, for example, he's kind of a business partner too, in a way. Like, he helps me with my finances, but also, like, he's my husband and loves
he,
me.
like, helps with when the cords have been chewed through, and when we can't figure stuff out, we're just kind of like, Kent.
Like, help me.
Thank you, Kent.
We'll give you some help with your violin.
Yeah, I'll give you some violin lessons in return, and that will be our exchange.
Exactly. It's like, we'll figure. It's gonna go well though, because I think because we have so many people who were willing to, I guess, support what we're doing in this.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard one really negative thing about this idea that we're doing out here, and it's becoming real.
Yeah. And, like, just, like, for me, I think this year is going to be a lot about, like, discovering the beauty of, like, vulnerability, and, like, sharing my art is so difficult for me to do. And then since I started, like, sharing these pieces, like, it's just been incredible, and, like, what's opened up for me because I've been willing to, like, share and talk about what I'm working on, like, people get so excited about that stuff. And, you know, I feel like for me there was always this, like, voice in the back of my head that's like, no one cares, like, no one cares what you're making, no one cares what you're working on, no one cares what you think. And then you show people, and they do care, and then they're like, you should show more people.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, they're like, oh, I'll help you with this, and you're like, oh, this, you know, like, people get excited when you're doing something that you're really excited about, and like coming from a really genuine place of passion and love and excitement, you know.
I ran into this beautiful soul in the woods
the
other day, or actually yesterday, and she's doing art as well, and she was showing me the stuff she's making. She has, like, there's like an art show in town, and she's putting her stuff in the art show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, yes, like, and we were just having a good time, and it was just a beautiful exchange. But I think people are craving more authentic, creative endeavors, and people need genuine, I guess, in a consumer world that we live in, right, where it's like this consumer lifestyle, I feel like it's one of those instances where we have to embrace genuinity and embrace authenticity. And I think that's why when we show ourselves or show the world our work, or other people show us their work, we get excited, because that's a birth of a new concept.
And it's like, even like a puzzle piece of them too. Like, it's a piece of them.
Never could be replicated.
Exactly. And even Megan was like, I don't know if you should show anyone this. Like, what if people copy it?
I know.
It's like, what if people do? No one can make it like I make it. You know?
Nobody.
No one can make it with the same love
that I make it. That's my fear showing. That I'll work on that too. So
make art, share your art, share what you love. Share what you love to do.
Absolutely. I want to see 2024. In 2024, I want to see everybody doing what they love.
Yes.
And then showing other people what they love, so that we can all embrace.
Exactly.
This
Don't be afraid.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. We love your art. Yes. We want to see it.
All the love to you. Oh, time to go. Cheers, Lily.
Cheers.
Have a lovely day. Mwah. Mwah. Bye. Bye.